Today, I wanted to look at how the property sale market in South Africa is doing. Before we even go further and look at the property markets, there are four terms I wanted to look at and understand what they mean. I believe those four terms or four words will assist us to understand better this video. The first one is called time on the market. Time on the market is a direction from listing a property to its confirmed sale date. That is when all the conditions of the sale have been met, right? And then the second one, it's called OTP. You'll hear now and over again when you want to make a sale or when you want to make a purchase of the property, they'll say that it's awaiting the sale of OTP, or they will ask that you sign an OTP to confirm that you want to make a sale or you want to make a purchase of the property. So now let us look at what OTP stands for. OTP stands for offer to purchase. It is a legal binding contract between a buyer and a seller that outlines the terms and conditions of a property sale. This document includes details like your purchase price, your deposit, your transfer cost, and any condition precedent to the sale. So basically, there will be no finalized sales agreement if the OTP has not been signed and finalized by both the seller and the buyer. Then the other one that is important when it's come to how you put the sale of your property in the market, the two things that can happen is either that you go through sole mandate or you go through open mandate. Let's look at what the difference between the two. A sole mandate is a legal agreement where the property owner gives a single agent or agency the exclusive right to market and sell their property within a specified time frame. So that means that I am going to the market and I'm saying to this one agent or agency to say, can you please market the sale of my property? And you will be the only person that is going to market the sales for a duration of 3 months, for example. It can be less or more depending on how do I feel as a seller. The second one is called open mandate. So an open mandate in a real estate, it allows a seller to appoint multiple estate agents or agencies to make their property, to market their property simultaneously. Unlike a sole mandate, which grants exclusive selling right to a single agent, an open mandate means each agent can actively seek a buyer, potentially leading to broader market exposure. So in this case, that means you're going to two different or even more agencies to say, can you please market or list this property for a potential sale? Now that you understand these four terms, let us see the number of things that influence the sale of your property when the time comes that you do not want to be in the possession of that property that you own. Property in high demand areas sells very quickly. So it depends on that where your property is located. The location of a property is very crucial in determining how long your property stays in the market and obviously the price that you sell it for. High demand area in price range and its priced correctly, it should sell quicker. So obviously that repeat to say it's in high demand area and it's priced correctly, it is gonna sell quicker. Then we look at the example of what Steve has recently sold. Steve has recently sold an expensive house worth 7.95 million that was located in Pineland in less than a week. So that simple says that Pineland can be covered as one of the places that can be quicker to make a sale of property if you were to own a property in that area. Pineland, it is located in Cape Town, South Africa. Low stock levels combined with high demand means property sells faster. The other thing that also determine how quickly you can sell your property, if there is a lower stock levels, that means there are few people that are advertising their properties in that region. So if there are few people that are advertising their property in that region, it is also going to be most likely that you're going to sell your property quicker. Property below 4 million in Pineland and Town selling within under 30 days. Moreover, Ton, um, Tauntaun, it's also a place that you can may buy your property because the property is there. If you are at the point where you want to sell, it sells quicker. 30 days, that is approximately 4 weeks, right? Location, price, region, and the real estate agents and the time of the year are all factors that can affect how long a property spends on the market. So that says again the region, the price, and the location, and also what time of the year you are making the sale to go to the market. Coastal areas with mostly holiday homes might take longer to sell. So now, if you're buying a holiday home, you need to take in mind that it's take time to sell because not everyone want to buy holiday homes, which make it very unlikely for you to make your sales quicker. So if you're buying a holiday home, you must understand that when time comes and you want to sell this holiday home, it might take a lot of time to sell compared to generally the homes that aren't are specified as being holiday home and not purchased with the intention to be used as holiday home. Cape Town property sells within 11 weeks. That is faster than national average of 12 weeks. So what further confirms here is that property market in Cape Town is better when compared to national level, right? Then Joburg property, it sells 14 weeks, right? That means it's 3 weeks more than what Cape Town takes, or around 100 days on average to sell. Now we're looking at where it is best to have a house that you might wish to sell in future. Then Cape Town is the best place to have a house that you might wish to sell in future as opposed to Johannesburg. That is the comparison of the two big cities, which is Johannesburg and Cape Town in South Africa. Here we have already stated that holiday homes take longer to sell, and we've explained it's simple because not everyone want to buy a holiday home. Then exclusive mandate and open listing, this is a term that we have defined, have been on the market for almost a year. As holiday buyers are taking much longer to decide, right? So for holiday homes, it doesn't matter whether you put it on exclusive or open market, it will take longer because of the nature of the property. Shortage of property listed, market highly competitive, and it's sell much faster. So as I've stated below, above, if there's a shortage in the property listing, it becomes competitive. We all know in economics, we talk about demand and supply. So the lower the supply, the higher the demand. That is why it's selling faster if there is a less property listed. Price bands also determine how long the property stays in the market. We know that South Africa is a developing country, so meaning to say if it's low, it's in a lower price band, it's going to sell faster because most people want to buy properties that are in a lower price band. And also, if you want to have more properties to buy, you are looking at buying a lot of properties in the lower price band, which is why then it is more likely that the properties in the lower price bands might sell quicker. The houses in the region of 10 million, they sell within 52 days, which is 7.5 weeks. And properties over 20 million takes 143 days, which is 20 weeks. That further confirms that the higher the price, the longer it takes in the market, and the lower the price, the fewer weeks or days it takes sitting in the property sales market. And what we're looking at is that agent has a lot to do with how fast the property could be sold on the market. And sole mandates especially sell much faster as a single agent focused on that sale. So as we have explained earlier, that there is difference between sole and open listing. So if there is single agent that is making a sale of a property, it's most likely that they will be more focused in making that sale a success. And also the season determine how quickly you sell your property. the demand tend to be higher in the early months of the year than when you're selling closer to year end. This because salary hikes are taking effect, people are starting new jobs and they need to relocate elsewhere for work. Right. So that's the reason that you find out that in the beginning of year, it's easier to make the sale of the property. Holiday period, properties generally take longer to sell. It's clear. No one wants to buy property when they know they're going to on holiday. They rather make that decision when they come back from holiday after they realize how much they have left in their pocket as an initial initial amount that they will need to buy the properties. Then what happens in terms of how long do people sell their properties after they've initially owned it? It generally takes 5 to 10 years for each individual in South Africa to make a sale of their property after the first initial purchase or after it was first initially transferred to their name from the deeds office. Property is not selling within the average time period. If the property is not selling within the average time period, what you can do in order to ensure that your property is sold quicker or better, you can either change the price. If you're saying change the price, obviously make clear you have to reduce the price to lower than what is currently priced at. And also the problem might be an agent that you are using. If the agent is not well known, can't market well, that could also cost you. So that means you need to change your agent. Thank you so much for listening to my video up until this far. I really appreciate. Can you please like, subscribe, and share this video so that it can reach number of people and we can increase my community. Thank you so much. Bye.